What if I told you that the greatest battle you will ever fight is not against the world, not against your enemies, not against your circumstances, but against your own mind? The truth is, the world is constantly trying to control your thoughts. Every notification, every headline, every opinion around you, they are fighting for your attention. And here's the secret. Whatever gets your attention gets you. Think about it. Your life is nothing more than the sum of the thoughts you allow to live inside your head. What you focus on expands. If you spend your days focusing on distractions, on gossip, on fear, on doubt, then don't be surprised when your life becomes nothing more than a reflection of those things. But if you learn to take control, if you decide that your mind belongs to you, then everything changes. Let me give you an image. Imagine you're holding an axe. In front of you is a giant tree. If you swing that axe 1,000 times, but each time you hit a different spot, that tree is never going to fall. But if you swing 1,000 times, hitting the same exact spot with all your strength, eventually that tree will crash to the ground. That tree is your dream. That tree is your future. That tree is the life you say you want. The axe is your focus. And the question is, are you willing to keep swinging day after day, year after year, through the pain, through the boredom, through the setbacks? This is what it means to be driven. This is what it means to have willpower. Listen, talent is nice, skill is nice, but talent without focus is wasted. Skill without persistence is nothing. What changes lives, what builds empires, is phenomenal will. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be the smartest person in the room. But if you show up every single day with relentless focus, you will beat the talented person who's inconsistent. You will outlast the genius who quits when it gets hard. And yes, it will get hard. Life will hit you. You'll lose money. You'll lose people you thought would never leave. You'll fail. You'll stumble. But the question is not, will life knock me down? The question is, what will I do when it does? Driven people destroy every excuse. They bury every obstacle. They look at challenges and say, "Get out of my way, I'm coming through." Do you want to know the difference between people who succeed and people who stay stuck? It's not that life is easier for them. It's not that they had fewer problems. It's that they refuse to be distracted. The greats, the ones who inspire the world, are always a little strange. Why? Because they see things no one else sees. While the world is laughing, they're building. While the world is partying, they're practicing. While the world is doubting, they're believing. And here's the truth. If you want to change your life, you must learn to focus like that. You must learn to block out the noise, block out the haters, block out your own excuses, because nothing else matters if you can't keep your eyes on the prize. Stop worrying about what everyone else thinks. Your family, your friends, your coworkers, they don't live in your head. They don't feel your dreams burning in your chest. They can't possibly understand what you're capable of. So stop living for their approval. When you try to build your dream, everything will scream for your attention. Everything will look urgent. Everything will look important. But here's the key. Not everything is. You cannot chase 2 rabbits at the same time. You cannot build 10 things at once. If you do, you'll end up with 10 unfinished projects, 10 half-lived dreams. Choose one. Focus. Go all in. Action matters. Work matters. But work without focus is just motion without progress. So I'm asking you, what are you focused on? What are you feeding your mind with every single day? What are you watching, reading, listening to? Who are you surrounding yourself with? Because whether you realize it or not, these things are shaping you. If you want to master your life, you must become obsessed with your dream. So obsessed that you stop caring about the gossip, the doubts, the opinions. So obsessed that you wake up every morning with fire in your chest, knowing that today is another swing of the axe, another step closer. The people who achieve greatness are not lucky. They are strategic. They are methodical. They plan. They prepare. They move 25 steps ahead like chess masters, always thinking about what comes next. That's how you need to live. Stop saying, whatever happens, happens. Start saying, I know exactly where I'm going, and I'm going to keep moving until I get there. It's time to get locked in. It's time to stop pretending, stop talking, stop wishing, start doing. This is the year you stop playing small. This is the year you stop hiding behind excuses. This is the year you decide, I'm going to master my focus. I'm going to master my mind, and nothing will stop me. Because when you do that, when you harness the power of focus and phenomenal will, you become unstoppable. You can have the biggest dreams. You can have the sharpest mind. You can even have all the resources in the world. But if you cannot control your emotions, those dreams will slip through your fingers like sand. Think about it. How many people have destroyed their careers, their relationships, their entire lives, simply because they couldn't control their anger? How many people have let fear stop them from chasing opportunities that could have changed everything? How many people let sadness, jealousy, or pride write the story of their life? Your emotions are powerful. They can lift you higher than you've ever been, or they can drag you into the darkest pit. And here's the truth. You cannot escape them. You cannot live without emotions, but you can master them. Emotional control is not about pretending you don't feel. It's not about being cold, robotic, or heartless. It's about owning your reactions instead of being owned by them. Because when you let anger control you, anger makes your decisions. When you let fear control you, fear shapes your future. But when you control your emotions, you take back your power. And the cost of losing control. Look around, the evidence is everywhere. Families torn apart because someone couldn't control their temper. Dreams destroyed because someone gave up when sadness whispered, "It's not worth it." Wars started, friendships ended, opportunities missed, all because emotions went unchecked. And it's not just relationships. Your health suffers too. Chronic stress, anxiety, sleepless nights, heart problems, these are not random. They are the cost of letting your emotions run wild. Uncontrolled emotions steal your energy. They blur your focus. They poison your mind. And if you don't master them, they will master you. The power of emotional discipline. Now imagine the opposite. Imagine facing rejection and still staying calm. Imagine being criticized and responding with clarity instead of rage. Imagine feeling fear but still moving forward. That is freedom. That is power. That is what it means to be the master of yourself. People who control their emotions are the ones who lead. They are the ones others trust. They are the ones who make clear decisions while everyone else is panicking. Think about the most successful people you admire. Athletes, entrepreneurs, leaders. They are not calm because life is easy for them. They are calm because they train themselves to stay steady in the storm. How do you build this power? 1. Listen before you react. When you feel your blood boiling, pause. Breathe. Ask yourself, is this worth my energy? What outcome do I want? That small gap between emotion and action is where self-mastery lives. 2. Master your thoughts. Your emotions follow your thoughts. Change the story in your head and you change the feeling in your heart. Instead of, why is this happening to me? Ask, what can I learn from this? 3. Practice confidence. Stand tall. Look people in the eyes. Speak with belief. When you carry yourself with confidence, your emotions align with your body. Confidence is not just a feeling, it's a habit. 4. Practice mindfulness. Slow down. Be here in this moment. Stop replaying the past. Stop fearing the future. Right now is the only place where you have control. Mindfulness teaches you to observe emotions without being ruled by them. 5. Release emotions in healthy ways. Don't bottle everything up. Write in a journal. Move your body. Train. Breathe. Cry if you have to. Emotions are energy. If you don't release them, they will explode when you least expect it. 6. Surround yourself with emotional strength. Spend time with people who lift you up, not drag you down. Energy is contagious. If you're surrounded by negativity, anger, and drama, it will infect you. Protect your environment like your life depends on it, because it does. The results of mastery. When you master your emotions, something shifts inside you. You stop reacting to every little thing. You stop wasting energy on arguments that don't matter. You stop being controlled by fear or sadness. Instead, you become steady, focused, centered. People notice. They trust you. They respect you. You walk into a room and carry calm in your presence. That's real power. Not the power to control others, but the power to control yourself. A new standard for your life. So let me ask you, are you living as the master of your emotions or as their prisoner? If you keep letting anger, fear, or doubt run the show, your life will always be chaotic. You will always feel out of control. But if you make the decision today, right now, to start practicing emotional control, your entire future will shift. You will build stronger relationships. You will protect your health. You will think clearer. You will rise higher. This is not about becoming perfect. This is not about never feeling angry or scared again. This is about feeling it and still choosing how you will respond. That is strength. That is freedom. That is mastery. So today I challenge you, take your emotions back. Don't let them drive the car. Put yourself in the driver's seat. Use your emotions as fuel, but never let them hold the wheel. Because the moment you master your emotions, you begin to master your life. At the end of the day, everything comes down to this. Can you master yourself? Because success is not about luck. It's not about being born into the right family or having the right connections. It's about whether you can control your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions long enough to create the life you want. Self-mastery is the ultimate freedom. When you master yourself, you no longer live at the mercy of circumstance. You don't wait for the perfect timing, the perfect opportunity, or the perfect mood. You create momentum, you create discipline, you create results. Step 1. Set clear goals. A person without goals is like a ship without a compass, drifting, wandering, wasting time. What do you want your life to look like in 5 years? In 10? Write it down. Be specific, because when you know exactly what you want, you stop chasing everything else. Focus gives direction. Goals give power. And yes, you'll feel fear. Fear of failure. Fear of judgment. Fear of not being good enough. But that's the next step. Step 2. Conquer fear. Fear is the thief of destiny. It whispers, stay safe. Don't try. Don't risk. But here's the truth. The life you dream of will always stand on the other side of fear. So how do you conquer it? You face it. You act in spite of it. You remind yourself that courage is not the absence of fear. It's moving forward while your knees are shaking. Every time you take a step through fear, you grow stronger. You prove to yourself that you are capable of more than you thought. Step 3. Build a positive mindset. Your attitude shapes your world. If you walk into life expecting problems, you will find them. But if you walk in expecting possibilities, you will find those too. Positivity doesn't mean ignoring reality. It means choosing to see opportunities where others see obstacles. It means asking, how can I use this instead of why me? When you train your mind to be positive, you stop being a victim of life and start being a creator of life. Step 4, train your focus. Focus is the muscle that builds dreams. In a world of distractions, mastering your focus is like building a superpower. Use time management techniques. Create an environment that helps you, not hurts you. Work in blocks. Rest with intention. Protect your attention like it's the most valuable thing you own, because it is. Step 5. Build confidence. Confidence is not magic. It's not something you're born with. It's something you build brick by brick. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, confidence grows. Every time you step out of your comfort zone, confidence grows. Every time you refuse to quit, confidence grows. Confidence is the belief that even if you don't have all the answers, you'll figure it out. And that belief can carry you through any storm. Step 6. Grow and learn. Self-mastery is not a one-time decision. It's a lifelong process. Keep learning. Keep developing skills. Keep stretching yourself. Because the moment you stop growing, you start dying inside. Read, study, ask questions. Learn from people who are ahead of you. Surround yourself with mentors and peers who challenge you to rise higher. Step 7. Discipline your body and mind. Your body is the vessel that carries your dream. Treat it with respect. Eat clean. Move daily. Rest enough. Meditate. Take care of your health. Because when your body is weak, your mind struggles. But when your body is strong, your mind is sharper, more focused, more resilient. Step 8. Manage stress. Life will always bring pressure. That's not the problem. The problem is how you respond. Stress is like fire. It can burn you or it can forge you. Use practices like meditation, prayer, exercise, or journaling to release tension. Don't let stress pile up until it breaks you. Use it as fuel to sharpen your focus. Step 9. Live with integrity. Self-mastery also means being true to yourself. Stop trying to be someone else. Stop living for applause. Be honest with your values. Stand by your principles. Live authentically. Because the world doesn't need another copy. It needs the original version of you. Fully alive. Fully awake. The transformation. When you begin to live this way, when you master your thoughts, your emotions, your body, your time, you become unstoppable. You stop chasing happiness and you start creating it. You stop waiting for change and you start being the change. You stop living like a victim and you start living like a creator. And here's the beauty: when you master yourself, you don't just change your own life. You inspire others. You become a lighthouse. People around you begin to rise because your presence gives them permission to believe, to act, to grow. The final challenge. So let me ask you right now, are you ready to become the master of your life? Because you only get one. One life, one shot, one chance to write your story, and the pen is in your hands. Stop waiting. Stop wishing. Stop living on autopilot. Decide. Commit. Act. Be the master of your mind. Be the master of your emotions. Be the master of your actions. And watch as your world transforms. Because in the end, the greatest victory is not over others. It is over yourself.